Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from the MAC, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Judicials' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Minutemen offense takes the field and they'll go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Going to try to get it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He lobs one high down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, UMass! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage, moving down the field to score in that opening series.
The Judicials offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Judicials really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Takes the handoff. It's Price. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Jordan. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's Harding. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Here comes the option. Fighting off the defender. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They want to run this quarterback. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Goes to the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Judicials line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The UMass offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
To throw, it's Jordan. Fires to the big fella. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, UMass. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football, no mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the UMass Minutemen, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get first crack at it here. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question is the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Minutemen!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moulton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Extra blockers on the field, offense goes full house. This time they'll go to the running game. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. The Hawkeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And the Hawkeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! Extra point here will tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So UMass offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. they can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking for space, it's Washington. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Complete to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He's looking to throw. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown, but no doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds a little space. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The running back has it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Mustangs are in front, but they'll need a team effort to finish this one out. And if they do, trust me, they'll return to a hero's welcome there in the Metroplex. They're trailing by 11 to SMU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now they'll try the right side. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. And they got it.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Adkins. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Makes the catch. It's Price. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. Finds a man by himself. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Minutemen!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Able to run it out to the 28 on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 7. The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Iowa!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. UMass quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he's dragged down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now they'll have to decide if they want to go for the long field goal attempt here just before halftime. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UMass offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. The play-action fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Takes the handoff. It's Price. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Running the red zone, it's Moulton. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Hawkeyes! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To the air, it's Jordan. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. 1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. On the run, it's Washington. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Makes his man miss. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give on the option. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Iowa! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss.
Back to throw, it's Jordan.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Gonna take a shot on 2nd and short. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Gill. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The UMass offense returns to the field. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Makes it past the marker. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Jordan. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. UMass comes to the line facing second and short. Back to pass. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. To the air, it's Jordan. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And a nice pickup on the line. It gets down to avoid contact. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a down right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Off-play action on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is there.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for it. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's good. Nice move to pick up yardage. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.